channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I am in my kids' room because my bedroom is locked because my kids got into it and the laundry room is being occupied right now. So, and has like the best natural lighting and stuff like that. Anyways, this is going to be my 20 and 21 pregnancy update. I am currently just turned 22 weeks. I'm very bad at giving these updates, but I feel like it's easier to just give them, like, do 20 and then 21 weeks because there's so much that is similar in weeks, so it's easier to just categorize them into one video, if that makes sense. So for 20 weeks pregnant, you are officially 5 months pregnant. I just went upstairs, so sorry for me being short of breath. Your baby is as big as a sweet potato and as long as 6.5 inches and weighs about 10 ounces. Which is true because when I went for my 20-week anatomy scan, the baby was already 10 inches, or 10 ounces. Oh my goodness, at the 20-week anatomy scan. Your baby is now hiccuping in the womb. You may be able to feel that now. Your baby can taste, and their taste buds can now transmit taste signals to the brain. Your baby can now, like, transmit the food that you're taking. So, like, they're swallowing in the amniotic fluid. They could probably taste, like, what you're eating now. And sometimes people say that what you eat is what your baby likes. Like, if you eat more vegetables, your baby's going to end up, liking vegetables. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's accurate, but that's what they have for the information. Your baby is swallowing molecule, molecule of food that you are eating. The baby is that you're eating, that is passing through your bloodstream into the amniotic fluid. So that's how they're able to taste. Your baby may suck their fingers, their fingers. You may catch it on an ultrasound of them sucking their thumb, or you can see them swallowing the amniotic fluid. Meconium is forming in your baby's intestines, so the first poop is forming, and it's like tar, black tar. Honestly, it reminds me of that. It's really hard to get off. It's very sticky. Your baby is kicking up a storm, so your baby is literally doing flips. It's hiccuping. It's stretching. You may be able to feel that. It may be curled up in one ball on one side of your stomach. I know this baby is. This baby's all over the place right now. Okay, so that's everything for 20 weeks for your baby. Now, for you at 20 weeks, you are halfway through your pregnancy, so congratulations on being halfway through your pregnancy. It's a big milestone. There's 20 more weeks to go for you guys. Your belly is probably taking shape, so more people are noticing that you are pregnant now. Your belly's taking more shape as your uterus is growing, so more people are noticing that you're pregnant. Your appetite is better, so your appetite is probably better now. You're probably able to eat more. You probably have more energized. You're probably more energized now that you have, like, you're able to clean up your house. You're able to do, like, certain things. And you don't feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? Death. Like on your deathbed puking so much. I know I've had that issue. And pretty much just filling your baby's kick. That's pretty much all you're doing for 20 weeks. And you have 4 months left to go. Now, symptoms for 20 weeks is heartburn, headaches, fatigue or dizziness, leg cramps, a swelling of your feet or ankles, and sometimes your face. Your innie, like your belly button, is becoming, like, if you have an innie, is becoming an outie now, just because of how, like, big your uterus is growing. That's pretty much it for 20 weeks. You will also have your 20-week anatomy scan, and that should be, like, your second trimester ultrasound, plus you might have some blood work for that 20-week. For me, I am still, like, hyperpremesis. I have got diagnosed with hyperpremesis, so I take anti-nausea medicine for that, and I'm no longer throwing up. I'm so excited. At my 20-week, I was no longer throwing up, so I've been not throwing up for about almost 3 weeks now. I'm so happy about that. Okay, so now for 21 weeks. Okay, so I just turned 22 weeks today, so this is, like, a day late. Oops. Your baby is as big as a banana and is 10.5 inches long. Your baby weighs 11 to 12.5 ounces now, which I can see that being accurate. Your Okay, so your uterus will become cramped. So in your belly, like, yeah, your baby has a lot of room to flip, move around, but eventually it's going to become cramped where the baby's going to be like tightly squeezed in there. Right now they have a bunch of room to like move around, flip, and do all that stuff as they are small. But once they start growing bigger, the uterus will become very cramped. Like the room will become very cramped by the time like their arrival comes. Your baby is moving a lot. You may be able to feel it now if you're not feeling it. Your baby, believe it or not, your fetus, like in this from a thing, they call it fetus, but I call it a baby because it is a baby. At least to me it is. Your baby is sleeping as much as a newborn does when they're born. So your baby is sleeping as much as a baby does when they're born in their uterus, which I thought was very interesting because I didn't know they slept that much. I had no idea. Your baby may have like their days and nights mixed up, so that's probably why you feel them kicking more at like nighttime when you're relaxed and laying down. Your baby has taste buds. Your baby is swallowing and digesting amniotic fluid each day. The arms and legs are finely proportionate now. Neurons are now connecting between the brain and the muscles and cartilage throughout your baby's body to turn into bone. So like the cartilage is turning into bone now. So they are actually looking more and more like a human, if that makes sense. They are having more control over their limbs. So like they're able to stretch, kick, move around, curl up in a little ball, flip, make you a little nauseous here and there. That's pretty much what's going on for 20 weeks for your baby. Symptoms for 21 weeks is, for you, sorry, I skipped around. For you, you can tell that you're pregnant, and other people can tell that you're pregnant. You may notice more baby kicks or just now starting to feel baby kicks. With that being said, on my 20-week anatomy scan, I have an anterior front-facing placenta, which means my placenta is just like skin, fat, placenta, baby. And there can be some issues with that, like it can cover your cervix, but right now mine's good. We found that out. My cervix is good. It's lengthened. I just had to have a growth ultrasound at 32 weeks, and that's just to decide if the baby is too big or too small. Since my last pregnancy, the baby was too big, and 2 pregnancies ago, my son was huge, and we had shoulder dysplasia. So they're just watching the baby's growth. So I have one at 32 weeks, and depending on 32 weeks, they will decide if I need one at 36 weeks. And my pregnancy is textbook perfect. And I've always been high risk, and this was a high risk doctor that I saw, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're textbook perfect." I've never had a pregnancy that was textbook perfect. It feels a little weird. I haven't gotten as much ultrasounds, which is, I usually get a whole bunch of ultrasounds. Wow, I just braided my hair yesterday, and it's all a mess. A whole bunch of ultrasounds, and now I'm not getting any. Is that normal with normal pregnancies, not to barely get any ultrasounds? Anyways, I had to throw that update in there too. They're also, yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. Okay, back to symptoms. Sorry, I jumped. Side note. Symptoms for 21 weeks is fetal movement, increase in appetite, bloating / gas, back pain, gum bleeding, and round limb pain, or your nose and toenails growing super fast. You may notice that at 21 weeks. But for me, that's pretty much the update for me and what's happening at 20 weeks and 21 weeks. So I'm going to show you guys my belly. Remind you, I just turned 22 weeks today. So this is a day late, and I keep forgetting to make these videos. So I don't know. I'd say it still looks like 21 weeks pregnancy. Baby bump, if that makes sense. And mine is small. I feel huge, but it's small. I'm a small, petite person. This is my 5th kid. So, I mean, every pregnancy is going to look different on everybody. Everybody's bump is going to look different. So definitely keep that in mind. And don't compare your bumps to one another, because it basically off of your pregnancy and your body, like, I wouldn't say image, but like how small you are, how petite you are, like, not petite, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna pause this so I can show you guys my belly. Just a small. Honestly, it's a very small baby bump to me, but it feels big at the same time. But right now I'm in the between stages of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Maternity clothes. My maternity clothes is too big, but my normal clothes are too small. So that's why you're catching me in a lot of pajamas, because that's the only thing that fits me right now is pajamas. Nothing else fits besides pajamas. I'm not like, I can't fit in my maternity clothes and I can't fit in my normal clothes, so pajamas it is. So, you know what? I'd rather be comfy during this pregnancy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this update and don't forget to subscribe and comment like below. Bye, you guys.